no one has a book on how to grieve. There's no right or wrong way. You just have to figure it out.
I was like, right, we're going to do a marathon.
Yeah, that was really...
Roped all the girls into it. Scored on his 1 year anniversary. Like, what are the chances of that as well? Both of them now will be in the pub up there. Absolute smash somewhere. Laughing at us doing sat on this couch. 10k a day, every day in October. I'm not bothered how much I raise. I want to just put it in people's faces that much that they go and get checked. At the start of every game, he used to shout,
Oh my God.
"Come on, United!"
So
And
loud.
I didn't even need to look, and I knew it'd be him. I'm Ella Toone, and this is Ella and Friends, the show with my best mates. We're giving you access to our group chat, unfiltered like never before. Talking family, friends, food, fashion, and all the random stuff in between. Like you sat round the table with us. It's unfiltered, funny, and a little bit feisty. Every Sunday, every week, here. Hi everyone, welcome back to Ella and Friends. This week, we're completely changing it up. Usually it's a lot of chaos and talking over each other. But this week we're going to do something a little bit more real and really personal to us as a friendship group and to me and Binky personally as well. And that's grief and dealing with losing a loved one. So yeah, I obviously lost my dad in September 2024. I actually forget the dates because I hate remembering them.
Thinking back to it.
Yeah. And Binky lost her mum in
April 2023.
2023. So I think the impact that had on the group was hard. I think it took everyone, like, you know, we've really stuck together. We obviously, Binky lost her mum first, and that hit us really, really hard because we're such a close friendship group and our families are so close as well that we don't just have one mum and dad. Like, I see all of your parents as my mum and dad. So we lost our mum in 2023, and then a year on we lost dad in 2024. So yeah, I think we wanted to do this one. Obviously it's going to be really hard for me and Loz, but I think it helps so many people by speaking about it.
Yeah,
and I know that me and you always listen to stuff about, you know, grief and how to deal with losing a loved one. And
and it's something that people don't talk about all the time.
No, they don't talk about enough. I don't think.
Not at all. So when you do hear about it, you really want to like relate to someone and find someone who's got that same experience.
And I think I've used you so much because you've been through it first and I've really lent on you, but now you can also lean on me.
Yeah.
But I think also having you there is really important because it's affected the whole friendship group and you've had to deal with losing two people yourselves, but also dealing with two friends who are grieving and going through such a hard time. So I think it's so important for people listening that they can understand and maybe how they can help a friend or how they can feel as well, because I know that it hurt you a lot as well.
Yeah, that was like one of the hardest parts. Like, you're grieving someone that you loved so much, but you feel like you have to be so strong to support your best friends, like, and you don't really know how to approach someone because we hadn't ever been through it.
Yeah.
So obviously when it happened to Binky first, it was like everyone was just so upset over Joanne and stuff, but then trying to figure out how to deal with Binky was one of the hardest parts. Like, I think
it was.
Not that it was easier with you, but because we'd done it, and Binky was able to help us then to know what to say, because you just
I think your personalities are really different as well. Like, obviously, like Morgan said, we'd already been through it once with Binky, so talking to you about stuff was a bit easier.
Yeah.
Because I think because you knew how we'd felt, obviously, from Joanne, you sort of like lightened it up a little bit, kind of. But it's hard to know what the right thing is to say when you are quite emotional, like in a good way. Like, you let everything out, whereas like you will keep stuff in and then let it out.
Yeah.
So it is hard to navigate, definitely.
Yeah, and I think like no one has a book on how to grieve, and also no one is told how to help a friend who's grieving. Like, there's no book, there's no right or wrong way. You just have to figure it out.
Even like I have friends who have lost people, but I'd never really like connected on that because I hadn't lost someone close before.
Yeah.
So then until it actually happens to you, like, oh God, like this is actually the reality of it.
Yeah.
I remember when you first texted me, actually, maybe a couple of months after your dad died, and you was like, wow, like I didn't realise like what actually
I remember
what you was going through. And I always remember that because that really made me feel.
I remember texting Binky saying, I am so sorry for not. No, I felt like I was there for you, but because then I was going through it, I was like, I'm so sorry for not being what you needed me to be. But then again, you were all what I
not
needed
at
me
all.
to be,
It
but I
wasn't-
couldn't. It's so hard to
Yeah.
explain.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done it any more for us.
No, exactly.
I don't think.
I'm
anyway.
glad that you feel that way though, because like you do think. I sometimes think I don't text you enough. Like I don't ring you enough and ask how you're doing.
Yeah.
And it
I
is.
think with
a
that,
big
it's
part.
so hard. Like there's days where I think about you both, like, and you don't want to message because you think if they're having a really good day
Yeah. That can be
and
hard
you
too.
message and then that day's not ruined, but then it's like oh, I was having a really good day actually.
And now you made me think about it.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's
oh.
so hard to navigate.
But then it's
though.
also like,
that
but
also
we should have
depends
not
on the person,
messaged.
because then Ella would say that, but I would say, ask me anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's better to
but you
ask
just
and-
wouldn't want to like bring something up that
Yeah.
they've just like you could have some really good news and I'm like, oh, how are you doing this week? Like, and then you're like, oh well, I was having a good week.
Until you
And now
text me.
you message me.
No, it is really hard. Like, I would appreciate you asking me whether I'm having a good day or not.
Yeah.
Like, I can speak about it.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like, the thing that I've found most important since losing him is talking about him every single day. I always laugh about him, and I'm always laughing at memories and speaking about memories, and like even little things like, oh yeah, Dad did that, or it just reminds me that I've not forgot about him.
Yeah.
Like he's still there, he's still a
Yeah,
big
it's
part
so
of it.
nice.
Like that's how I think that I've dealt with it the best. And that's probably my coping mechanism, is talking about him. But I know that from listening to a lot of other people who've been through the same, they find it so hard to actually speak about grief and speak about a loved one. Whereas I think from the moment we lost him, we were talking
Yeah,
about it.
straight away. All
Like,
the
so it's
memories.
never been any different.
I think that is the difference with like you two sometimes, and I don't mean it like nastily. Like if I was to speak to you about your mum, I feel like you do get upset, and I don't like you getting upset because then like I get upset, and then it's hard, and I feel like it becomes like a really like not upsetting conversation. Like it's so nice to talk about everything, but then I feel like you just talk about it as a conversation all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like I upset you when I ask, if that makes sense. I feel like
Yeah.
you do bring her up in conversation as normal, like day to day, like Ella does. But I think if I ask you,
You're like bringing it all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah.
how
that's
it
where
makes
it's
us
but
feel.
also that I think that I'm probably feeling like that inside all the time. So
Yeah.
you saying it's not going to make me any more upset, that's going to make you seem like you're remembering her. So that's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, that's
like I feel we do speak about them both so much still.
Mm.
I think you just don't like bringing them up in a sense that you're upsetting someone by. Not
No,
that I would
yeah,
not,
but you
I'd
shouldn't
always
feel like
bring
that.
them up. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
and
I
it's
think everyone would rather hear the names brought up.
Yeah.
And
It's
avoid
mad
it.
though, because we've never actually properly sat down and had a conversation, all of us, you two as well in the room, like about how we feel and what we want you to do. Not
Yeah.
what we want you to do, but
yeah.
how you could help us.
How we
all.
deal with
so
it
this is
best.
probably, as much as we're trying to promote, like, you know, speaking about it and grief and all that other stuff to people who might be going through the same. Actually,
good
this
for
is
us.
like a therapy
Yeah.
It actually is.
ourselves.
Because you don't know what the right thing is to do.
No.
No, and we would never expect that either. Like how you're also grieving two people that you loved as well. So it's hard as well because you're going through that, but then also trying to help us go through that. So it's difficult, and I don't think we will ever conquer it. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Like it's just how we try and deal with it, and how, you know, we just try and get on with it, because both of them now will be in the pub up there, absolutely smashed somewhere. So we know they'll be watching it, all
said
of us
yesterday,
laughing at
yeah.
us doing sat on this couch doing this.
What are you doing?
Like,
No,
It's
Joanne
mad,
would have
innit?
loved all this.
Yeah, no.
She'd have been here when it jump in.
so
We said
let's-
that about your mum yesterday. Obviously, we were talking about like, the hen do and everything, and we were like, Ushuaia. She'd have loved to have
Oh
been at
my
Ushuaia
God.
with
Oh
us.
my
She'd
God.
have been
Ocean
loving
Beach.
it.
We were saying, the events and whether the mums will come. I was like, she would have.
Joey
Yeah,
would have been
yeah.
first one booked on.
yeah, so we've made a Hindu group chat now, and all of our mums are in it, and we put like Ushuaia, Ocean Beach, Cafe Mambo's, like tick which one you want to come to. So obviously all the mums are like, I'm not going Ocean Beach in my wedges. I'm not coming there. That's not for me. And I did think Joanne Binks would be right in the middle of
Yeah.
Ocean Beach.
First in the
Like
queue.
sat you long when we were all
Yeah,
younger.
she would have
yes.
just come with us. She would have been out later than me
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, she definitely would. Let's talk about your mum. Like, I think your mum for all of us was the person that we went to. Like, she
Yeah.
was the one who, like, we went to for advice. And I'll always remember we were obviously hitting puberty, and like
I knew
people were
this
starting
story was coming.
periods and all this. and we all went to yours. And your mum did us a full lesson on like periods and tampons and how to use a tampon. And
She did a demonstration.
it's not on herself.
No.
But she did a demonstration. But that was your mum, like to a T, like the person that we went to for advice. She was the best. She was probably the best advice giver.
Yeah,
and I think that's what you.
Yeah, there was
missed
nothing
the
that you
most.
couldn't ask.
Yeah,
her,
there's
things
nothing
like
too
that.
much for her.
No,
Yeah.
there wasn't. Yeah, like you could ask her about boys. You'd ask about what
Yeah.
you're wearing. You know, periods. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah, and she always had the right answer. Like she knew better than anyone else.
Yeah, she did always have the right answer. Whereas my dad, I don't know, how would you describe my dad?
I will never forget the story of your dad when your mum told us and he went to the supermarket one night for tea.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, like, oh, what do you want? She said, oh, just get anything. And he come back with, like, carrots, potatoes, all this stuff, just no meat. And she was like, what are you meant to be making?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, I just got all this stuff. Like, there was no meal to what he brought home.
And when we all went to watch your final, he made everybody sandwiches on the bus.
That is the cutest thing
Everybody,
ever, by the way.
but he made like 4 different types or 3. So he bought big baguettes, like long ones, and he cut them all up first and then filled them, rather
With
than
the
just
same filling.
rather than just filling one with one filling, then cutting it up.
Oh.
The blessing, he cut everything out
The
first.
fact that he even did that. And for your dad to do that.
Yeah.
That's a bit, he was not good in the
And
kitchen.
you like nicknamed them all as well. So he'd
Yeah.
shout down the bus, anyone want a
Cob.
cob? And also,
What was that? Cheese, onion.
Oh,
Baguette.
man. Oh.
I
no,
don't know,
it was
yeah.
like cheese.
Everyone always tells that
Yeah,
story
it's
about dad.
so funny.
Yeah. That he was just like proper, I don't know, just banter, wasn't he? Like
Yeah,
dead,
just-
dead laid back, like dead chill, like proper wind up merchant.
Yeah, I was going to
like,
say he was the wind up, wasn't he?
well, he used to wind you up
Oh
all
my
the time.
God.
He had you on toast.
It was difficult. There'd be times when I think, do you even like me? But no, I think he like secretly had that little love for me where he just knew
Yeah.
he could wind me up.
Yeah. And I think both were like massive characters and personalities and people that we like proper miss, obviously, having with us.
a
But
lot.
there's just so many stories we could tell and like going on holidays together with our families. Like we have, and that's what I love the most. Like I'm so angry at life and what it's done to us and the people that they take. But then I'm like, we're so lucky that we got the time that we did, as much as it should have been longer. And the memories, like you hold on to the memories so
And they
much.
was like the best people. Like we couldn't have asked. They couldn't have been any
couldn't have
better.
asked for any more. And that's what annoys me the most. Like they always take the best people, don't they? So
I think that's
we
what's really
crack on,
hard as
don't
well.
we?
Like they were so lovable. Like sometimes you kind of wish you weren't that close. I weren't that close to your parents
Yeah.
because it wouldn't hurt as much.
yeah.
It'd just be like, oh, like Lauren's lost a mum, but it's not. It's I've lost like another parent or
Yeah.
likewise. That's what makes it like really rubbish.
Yeah. I like that with. I would like to say some of my mum's like best traits that I have, but I also see that with your dad as well.
Oh no, I
Like,
I see that.
How you got into football, like the thing I think of your dad is like competitiveness with you.
Oh my God, yeah,
you got that off him.
I definitely got that off him. Yeah.
And like he always used to be like hosting all the games, and
Yeah.
he'd always make sure like you was winning as well.
Yeah. My guy. Yeah, no. And I see like so much of your mum and you. The laugh.
Yeah.
When you
the
laugh.
laugh.
Yeah.
When you laugh, I think, wow, that's Joanne. Like,
Yeah.
I think you look like your mum as well. When you post pictures of a younger self, oh my God, you like twins. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You smile, everything.
it does make me happy that like when people say like, oh, you remind me of your dad. Like you got traits
then
of
you're
your
carrying
dad.
a part of him with
Yeah.
you.
and I proper buzz because I thought he was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So like for someone to say that I'm like a little bit funny like him, like that's
Yeah.
all I
Yeah,
want. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I feel like there was like two like really like mood lifting people as well. Like you'd
Yeah.
walk into a room and they'd lift a mood. Like and I feel like you two have become that. Like you do like make a room brighter and you're always happy people, which is nice.
Yeah, we try though, don't we? We're not always happy people.
Thinking more than
Mainly
you.
Lauren, not you.
But how's it been, Loz, like since obviously losing your mum, but then still moving away from home? Like we've always said, like you're like a role model, like you've lost a parent and someone so close to you, but then still continued with like what you love and your passion. Like, and to move away from home as well is difficult, but under the circumstances is like 100 times harder. But you've done it, and you always say like, my mum would have told me to stay out here. Like
Oh,
you
for
knew,
sure.
you know what she would have said.
I mean, I actually moved. It was a few months like before her cancer came back. So originally she had breast cancer, and then she was clear for 5 years, and then I moved away then to Sweden when I got my internship when I graduated. And then within like a couple of months, she found out that it had come back as a brain tumour. But before that, when I moved, I found it so hard to like move away from home. That was actually, I think that was the hardest bit because I was just missing everyone so much. And then once obviously Mum passed away, and I had conversations with her obviously before that as well. And even when she was in hospital, she was like, "What are you still doing here?"
Yeah, I can imagine you.
Every time I walked in, she was like, "Go back to Stockholm. You need to carry on with like your dreams, what you've worked for."
She was so proud of you.
Yeah, she was.
Really proud.
So then that, like, even though obviously it was so hard, like, not being around everyone, going back there, but like that, like, really drove me, like, her.
Yeah.
She drove me in, like, everything I did. The same with your dad with football.
Yeah.
Like, she pushed me to do all the things I've done.
But that's what I see of her in you. Like, you, like, drive and your passion and, like, whatever you want to do, you'll do. Like, she was so
she just
like
made
that
the
as well.
decision like 10 times faster than Big
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. But that's like, obviously we've spoke about, like, I can be overthinker, indecisive.
Yeah.
But that's, I would ring her and I'd be like, "Oh, Mum, what should I do?" And she'd be like, "Lauren, get a grip, like, just do this."
You needed that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to channel her and think, like, what will she tell me to do? I need to.
She said,
I think
"Go
that's
for it."
probably what you found most difficult. Like, you always leaned on your mum for that advice, and same with me with Dad with football. And I'll talk about that. But you probably miss so much your mum helping you with decisions and big decisions.
Yeah.
But I think deep down, and I know as well, you know what they would want or what they would say, or no matter what you do, they would have been proud anyway. So there's no right or wrong thing or whatever, but you know deep down what they're actually thinking and stuff. So
You've heard it enough times.
oh yeah, definitely. And I think when I went back to football, and what I struggled with most was after a game, not knowing what he would have thought about the game, or not knowing what he would have said to me or how I would have played. But when I sit down and think, I know what he would have said. Like,
Yeah, you know
but I
deep
just
down.
wanted him to say it.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I really
It takes,
struggled
like,
with.
time to, like, actually adjust and think, like, you got to just think of the memories. Like, it's really hard. You block that out at first because you're just so annoyed and angry.
I was just thinking then, I know funerals aren't like fun things, right? But your mum's funeral and my dad's funeral were the best things ever.
It was a good
Like,
day.
They were,
obviously,
you had
the
that
first
tribute.
part were just like so hard and
Mm.
hard for everyone. But the party after, like, I just thought your mum would be right in the middle of that dance floor right now. So
Yeah.
we're getting on it and
feel
we're
like
going to enjoy it. For
We
her.
actually celebrated.
we
Yeah.
celebrated the lives.
I think
That's
it
how
was
we said
easier,
it.
not easy, but we didn't wear black, so it didn't feel like you were at a funeral. Like,
Yeah.
everyone was just like sharing such
Yeah.
nice memories, and the days were really nice as well.
yeah.
Both
For
of them.
your mums, it was pink or blue, was it? What was it?
Oh, the family wore blue because that was her favourite colour, blue or green. Then
Yeah.
everyone else could wear colours. I think you all girls wore pink.
Yeah,
We
we
went
all
all
wore
pink,
pink, didn't
yeah.
we, for breast cancer awareness and
Yeah.
then, yeah, I remember that. And then when it was Dad's funeral, me and Mum were like, we've got to do what the Binkses did, because it just made it feel like it was a celebration of
Yeah.
life rather than everyone being really sad, as much as it was a really sad day.
Yeah, there was hard days.
Yeah, but I knew that they would have been proud, and it was so nice to see all the people there. Like, my dad was so popular, you
I
know.
know, it was so busy.
It was absolutely rammed. I thought I was popular, but he was on a whole nother
Nick
level.
was the main two.
The whole of Tilsey was there.
Yeah.
We couldn't
they
move
were.
in the rugby club at one
No,
point.
it
You
was
couldn't
so
move.
busy.
And
And you had like the musician on as well.
yeah, well, it's funny because my uncle Dan, my dad's brother, he said that. So we went for a Neil Diamond night at Noir, and my dad loved Neil Diamond. So it was me, Mum, Dad, my brother Joe, and Joe Bunny, and we went for a meal. And then there was a Neil Diamond tribute act on, and he must have gone home and told Uncle Dan how much he loved this night.
Bless him.
A lot of times, because then when the funeral was happening, Dan was like, I'm going to find out where that tribute act's from, and I'm going to get him at the funeral. So he rang around, and then next minute, Neil Diamond tribute act's on at the funeral in the middle of the dance floor.
It was so good. That
And I
though.
remember it was so loud, and like all these favourite songs were on, and my grandma went over to my Uncle Dan and said, can you tell the rock star to turn his music down? And Dan said, you can't tell a rock star to turn his music down. Oh, but we had a proper celebration, didn't we, of life and their life. And we know what type of people they are. Like I said, they'll be on piss now up there.
yeah.
Your mum won't be having a gin tonight.
No, for sure.
Um,
Laughing hours.
I was also thinking that we've obviously got a lot of ashes. We've obviously got dad and you've got mum. And we spread, so my mum brought a little bit out in Switzerland for me, while my brother was there as well. So me, my mum and my brother had a little bit of him. And while we were at the Euros, we were like, he's obviously here, but it'd be nice if he's here.
Yeah.
So we sprinkled a little bit into like the lake, and it was so nice. This night was so peaceful. Not a gust of wind anywhere. Not one. And then just as we threw it in, it blew all back in our faces. I swallowed my dad, right? And we just looked at each other, and a moment of sadness just burst out laughing and thought, that was him.
Yeah, he was there.
Like, he is a wind-up merchant. What are the chances the 1 second we drop the blooming ashes and it all blows back in our faces?
Yeah.
Like, that just... Dad always had the last laugh. And like, that summed him up,
He's
didn't
letting
it?
you know.
And I just thought, we can't ever be sad. Like, I
Yeah.
can't ever be sad because he's just...
No, it's like, I think you told the stories like when you was all like saying your goodbye and stuff and you had like music on, it was really nice. And then didn't like the Spotify adverts come on.
So we're all saying bye to him. Love you, Dad. Like, hardest thing I've ever done, right? Love you, Dad. Blah, blah. We had a Spotify, the nurse's Spotify playlist, Neil Diamond on, so we were crying. And next minute, Spotify adverts come up, and I'm like, turn that off. Just like, what is going on
like,
here?
it's just a typical your dad moment.
It is a
to,
typical
like,
dad moment.
Yeah, like,
Stop
don't be
crying.
sad. Come on.
Yeah.
Stop crying round me. What you all doing? Get off me. Oh, he would have hated that, but no. They're like little memories that you laugh at now.
Yeah.
Like it's just so nice, like that. It's always smiley and laughy with him. Like you don't remember, like I do remember, but I try and erase all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just want to remember him as how I knew him,
he
and
was, yeah.
and that the good things. So yeah, you've scattered your mum a little bit now.
Yeah, we couldn't decide for a while because we never really spoke about like where she'd want to be spread or what to do with them because it all just happened very quickly. So now we've decided she didn't really have like a favourite place. So like similar to you, we're just gonna like take her with us when
That's
it's
nice.
like somewhere special for us.
Yeah.
So like my cousin, which is my mum's niece, had a wedding last summer. Was it this summer?
This
Can't
summer,
remember. This
wasn't
summer.
it?
This summer, yeah.
Yeah, so we was in Greece, and so all the family were together. So it was like that could be like nice for the first time. We was all in the sea together.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But we just ended up like laughing in the end because we was all stood around all the family in this big circle, which was obviously an emotional moment. And then next minute, this woman's walking on the beach, and she's like, "What's going on over there?" And she walks like in the middle of the circle, thinking we're all looking at like fish or something, and we're all just looking down. And she's like, "What's everyone looking at?"
Just my mum in water. My mum floating on water here.
It's that light in the moon.
Yeah. It's
feel
nice when
like-
you light in the moon like that.
I feel like if you two have taught me anything though, it's to look for the signs in everything. Like you
Yeah,
two are really,
definitely.
really good for that. Like any moment that you're having or anything that you see is like showing signs of them there. And
Even if it's something that
It's nothing.
is nothing, but you just got to hold on to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you, like, you want
I
it
think
to
it's
be
just
something.
really nice though. And like now, like you always share them moments with us, and we're all like, oh, that's them.
Yeah, and I've
Yeah.
never been that person. Like, I've never really looked at signs or whatever. But like white feathers now, I can't get enough of them. There might be a dead bird over there, right? But if there's a white feather here, it's Dad. And there's always white feathers at football because I think there's a few birds been shot. But that's Dad, and I'm taking it from him. You know what I mean? And when we lost Dad, I remember maybe the day after, there was a double rainbow right over our
yeah.
house,
Yeah,
right
there
over
was.
Tilsley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so many people sent it to me and Mum and my brother saying, wow, like, he's arrived. Like,
Yeah.
like those are the little things.
Yeah.
And we always say that Dad's the man on the moon. So when Joe proposed to me, the moon came out, like,
That's a
he's
sign.
there. Do you know what I mean?
It was like you had a big game on your dad's anniversary, and the moon was red that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just little things like that are just, I think, something you just really got to take and hold on to.
Yeah. When you fly home and to Sweden, there's always a rainbow or something.
Yeah, something in the sky. Or like I land and then there's something there. Like
Yeah.
this summer, actually, it was the thing with, I've started seeing moths all the time. And I
yeah.
can't stand insects. I'm so scared of insects. I was just like squashing them. I was like, no. But Ella told me that was a sign, so now I'm like, oh, okay.
I think it is. I've heard that moths are a sign of a loved one from above. So
Yeah.
I hope so now, or else you've got a moth infestation in your room.
She's keeping them
She's
all
holding
in.
them up. Come on in, love.
keeping them like, oh.
Jazz.
I remember one though that was weird. Me and my mum went to see my nan in hospital after we'd lost dad. And it was the first time we'd been back to a hospital since being in there with dad. So we were a little bit apprehensive and whatever. And we got in the car and mum and dad's wedding song came on. And that was a song that we used at the funeral as well. And we just looked at each other like, he knows.
Yeah.
And then we'd been and seen Nan and we got back in the car and it was the song that I picked for his funeral.
Wow.
Madness, Must Be Love. And it came on in the car. So it was the first song when we got in the car was the wedding song. The first song that came on when we got back in the car was that.
That's crazy.
And I just thought,
He's
what are the
telling you.
chances of that?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's on Smooth all the time, but I never heard that song on Smooth. But
Yeah.
anyway, we were loving it. Like,
I feel like there's been a lot. I remember when me and your mum at like one of your first games, it was at Old Trafford, and we were sat talking about it, and then this glass moved. And like me and your mum just looked at each other, and I didn't want to mention it because I didn't want to like freak her out. And she went, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Oh my God." It was weird, but like it could have been anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you just gotta like
Yeah.
really think that it's not.
It's
it
so
is them.
funny because Jack Toons fit all my lights in my house. And the back light, in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, you've said
It's
it
never worked,
goes,
right?
no.
It's always flickered on and off, and there's like 4 bulbs hanging down, and like 2 are on, 2 are off, one's on, none's on. Never thought of it, and then since Dad, I'm like, oh, it's Dad. Oh, Dad's here again. I'm like, the light never worked before.
And that's something that would freak you out before. You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like, now you're just like, they're there.
Yeah,
Like, it's them.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's a nice way of looking at it, though, isn't it?
No, it
Knowing
is,
that
yeah.
they're always still there.
Yeah, and it makes you smile. And I think the worst thing for me is ever not forgetting about him, because I don't think I ever will, but the thought of maybe one day not speaking about him freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't ever want that to happen. So if you ever want to tell me a story or say something, then I'm all ears with it, because I just want to keep him. And they say, what's that quote? The last time you say the name is the day they die twice, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, never happening.
No, speak to us about them all the time. We love it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
I
know
love
you
listening
do.
to stories again and like laughing and be like, oh, what an idiot he was that day, or like just stupid
Yeah.
things like that.
Even the times you want to cry, like, we're there. And I know it's not easy and it is hard for us, but we are there. Like,
Yeah.
I'll sit and cry
sorry,
with
go
you.
on. I was gonna say, after Joanne died, I remember I was on a walk and it was just me, and I was like, oh, I could not stop thinking about you, Binky. Like, I was just in my head, and I was like Googling podcasts about grief, like similar to this, but like the friendship side. And it was this guy, and he was saying like, there's nothing right to say. You can't say anything right, but just tell them that you'll sit through the silence with them. And I think I texted him, was like, just so you know, like, I will sit through everything with you. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like that. I never even thought of like the times when it is quiet, like we are there still.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, never
You don't
thought
have to
about
say
that.
the right thing.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
saying
being
something.
We say
and,
nothing,
like,
but you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
we're here.
There's nothing really right to
No.
say.
No.
Is there? I
think
think we've learnt that.
One of the things I like really remember with you, Binky, is like, I had no clue what to say to you. Like, all of us, I think we made
We
a
had
separate group chat and
yeah,
was
we were
like,
bad.
has anyone spoke to her? Have you messaged her? All right, I won't message her then. Has she
You
replied? No, she's not
came
replied.
to mine.
And then you just put a picture in the group chat of like your mum, and I remember like everyone had like this feeling of relief that you'd just spoke to us, because obviously no one just knew what to do or say to you, and because you'd then come to us, it was like just a feeling like we knew you weren't okay, but you was ready to speak to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
finding the words, like obviously we probably all messaged you saying like we love you and everything, but
Yeah, it's just the acknowledging in the early days, because like thinking back to that now, I don't even remember the first like couple of months. Like, it's just a blur.
yeah,
Like, you just remember the people who reached out, not particularly if you said the right thing or not. But
yeah,
just
you don't
knowing,
remember what they
like,
said, but they said
that
something.
people were there for you. And what we've said before, like things that really stands out, like when you lose someone, like you don't know what to do with yourself, so people like bring you food or like offer to do like
that was
gestures.
the best thing. Yeah, the food was great
Yeah.
that we received.
Or like
If I do
someone,
say so myself.
someone coming around.
I remember Binky and your dad brought like 5 bags of lasagna round. I was like, oh, that's a lot back tonight.
Cheesecake, you know, you
Yeah,
like that.
cheesecake. Yeah,
But it's those like gestures of things, because of course like there is nothing you can say to make it better, but it's just like knowing that.
knowing that people are
People
there
can
and
do
people
things and be
support you
there.
and love you, and
Yeah.
and I think the thing I found the hardest was after the funeral. It was like, right, that's done. everyone can go back to normal life and mine's still rubbish.
Yeah,
forever.
you can't understand how people.
Yeah, you wake up and
days
you're like,
just carry on. Like we would have all just gone back to work, which is a really weird feeling that your lives have just stopped in like such a horrible situation, but we just had to go back to work like nothing had gone on.
Yeah. Well, I
makes no sense.
Like,
I didn't have one. I didn't have one day off. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I went straight in the day after. Yeah. I don't know now. Like looking back, whether that was right or wrong, but I'd do it again.
Yeah, but it was
I think
right
it was
for you at the
right
time.
for you, and then obviously your injury obviously had the impact where you then had to take the time off. But it was probably the time off you needed.
Yeah. I think that was the best thing that could have happened to me at that point.
Yeah.
For me mentally, more than anything. Like I needed to deal with the grief. I think I just like brushed it off and thought he'd want me to play, I'll play, and I probably weren't enjoying it as much. And I think I only realised that when it was actually physically taken away, because I would never have pulled myself out.
No, but you were exhausting yourself.
Yeah.
Like you weren't the same. Like obviously, you're never going to be the same person. But you were like a shell of yourself for a long time.
You could just see how much he was like forcing it, and you weren't enjoying it.
It was you could tell in my performances that it was impacting me a
hard
lot,
to
and
watch.
I was giving absolutely everything as always, but it just felt like
yeah.
But you don't realise as well, like, people just think it's mental, but, like, your whole body, like, everything changes.
well, yeah, I put on weight. I thought when you grieved you would lose weight, not me.
Everyone would bring
you
you
put on
could
weight.
like you could have ate in like comfort that like you found
Yeah,
that
I
as a
did like
comfort in
Ben and
the-
Jerry's fish food at the time.
Yeah,
that
but
was
like,
the
do you know what I mean?
downfall.
Or like you going out for food and
Yeah.
just trying to do anything to take your mind off it. But then obviously other people go the opposite way and just don't really.
yeah,
because
or,
you
like,
don't
you
know.
sleep more
Different.
or you sleep less.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's different, but your whole routine just
Yeah.
changes.
But yeah, like it's mad because there's no right or wrong way to grieve. And when I had that injury, that's when I first started talking to a therapist, which I think has really helped. Like I go and speak to them when I feel like I need to. And it's even not even, sometimes it's not even about dad, it's just about football, whatever. But it's an hour where I can just get everything off my chest to someone who didn't actually know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think it's so important to speak out. Like, you know me, I can't hold my own weight. Like, I tell everyone everything.
Water. Saying hold my own water.
I can't hold my own water. But my water would be my way. Yeah.
No, because that's weird.
I've not heard
Just
that.
crack on.
Whereas I think you're a little bit different. Like, you probably box your emotions up a little bit more before you explode and tell us. Whereas I'm like, oh, girls, I'm having a really bad day today. I just need to tell you. Like, it's out for me. Whereas you're probably more of someone who lets it build up, feels like you're probably being a burden, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you're
Whereas
not
I am being a burden.
Yeah.
I am telling you.
Yeah, you don't let the
I'm
pressure
making
build
sure
up.
it's not.
You do,
Yeah.
and then it becomes too much for you. Like that's what we spoke about the other week, didn't we?
Also, it's hard when, obviously, like, I've been away, and sometimes it feels like, I think I've said this probably to all of you before, because you're like, ring me if you want to talk, and I'm like, I don't just want to ring you, and you're just making your tea, and I'm like, down the phone.
crying down
No,
the
I
phone.
actually seen a TikTok the other day, and no, it was today actually, and it's saying like when your friends come round and they're like going through something, and then the kid's like putting a Spider-Man mask on the girl, like running like trains over her head, and she's talking and the girl's crying in the back, and she's just like, I'm always still listening.
Trying
But
to
like,
still listen.
it is hard, like, and like me and Lauren was talking about this the other day, like I am guilty of not messaging enough at all, like, but it's sometimes like you finish work, you make tea,
No,
put
you
the
have
baby
your
to
own
bed.
lives. We don't expect you to
And it's
just
so-
worry
but-
about us.
No, no,
Yeah.
but checking in it's not hard, is
But
it?
checking in for me is just sitting, us lot, doing this, or like sitting down and me coming around playing with Arlie. That's enough for me.
I think you forget sometimes because we talk every single day in the group chat so
About
much that you
nonsense.
kind of forget to just do the little check-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
because
are
for
still-
everyone, like,
yeah.
ask everyone how they are. We don't do that, really. should
Yeah,
do it.
we
no,
are
we
bad
are bad for that.
just sometimes having a little "you okay" message.
Yeah.
But,
But I
to, yeah,
feel
like you said,
like-
to us all, like we've all got different stuff, but
Yeah.
you two mainly,
Yeah,
because
like
it's your
Ella
day-to-day
says,
lives that
that change.
have been affected.
No, but Binky goes really quiet. That's what I've noticed. That's when I'll FaceTime her and I think, it's been a few days and she's either not opened it for hours, which you're on your phone a lot,
Yeah,
a lot, or she's not replied, or the replies have been like awful.
I think
Like,
it's
yeah.
hard with you, Lauren, though, because you start typing and then you stop. You did it before in the group chat. About 4 times you went to do it, and I thought, right, I'm going off group chat because I don't even know what's coming here.
Yeah, she just said she had
I don't think
indigestion
anything
and that were
come.
it.
I was like, she was typing about 40 minutes then.
Don't know how to tell you that I feel sick.
Yeah.
I've got bellyache.
Oh, she wrote
I'm
us
just saying it straight
She
away.
texted me,
Yeah.
how do you burp? So obviously, the expert.
But what are we doing now to like help other people? Like you've obviously done a couple of charity days now, and
I think that's a big thing with like, my mum was very vocal. I mean, she had breast cancer before, and like so for those 5 years where she was going through the all clear, she really wanted to like connect with other women who was going through it. She was on like a Facebook group. She made friends with other people who was at Christie's with her, that she kept in touch with. And then we always did, me and my mum played volleyball together in Salford. So the team there, like we always did like fundraising days. So she was always like leading that.
yeah,
So as soon as when she passed away, I was like, right, I just need to do something. Probably not thinking, I just wanted some sort of distraction.
yeah.
But I was like, right, we're going to do a marathon.
Yeah, that was really...
Roped all the girls into
And
it.
everyone was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, it needs to be like the biggest thing we can think of. Let's just do it. We need a distraction and need to do something like huge because it would like raise the most attention to it for the charity. And with the type that mum had, she had breast cancer, but it was triple negative breast cancer. So it is like the rarest type.
Yeah.
So there's not as much research around it. And then not as good treatments. So that was like the main focus with that as well, to raise money. But yeah, I remember I messaged in the group chat like, I'm actually doing this, girls, and I signed up. And then within like 2 minutes, he was all sending screenshots through saying, we've booked on as well. And I was like, oh
No.
my
Really
God.
So who actually completed it?
I didn't. I was pregnant. Sorry, I fell pregnant.
You all committed, but then
Yeah.
a few pregnancies.
I
was
did like, I
pregnant.
think my longest run ended up being like 18K.
Yeah, you got far.
But I
That's so
remember
good, Morgan.
sending Lauren a picture once, and I was like really struggling this run. Like some days you just can like crack on and go for, like, I find long distance running easier than short distance. Like when we was training, and I was really struggling, and then a white feather landed on my head, and it stuck the whole time I was running.
Well, that's
And I didn't back
was
off, and I
Joanna.
remember taking a picture saying like I was really struggling today, and then this happened.
Oh, that's nice.
There was
was-
so many things like that when I
Yeah.
started off as well. And I couldn't run like 2 minutes, and I was like,
You smashed
But
it, though.
yeah, I was gonna say
Really
you all
smashed
came
it.
like a really long way with that. Like some of you never ran before, and then you ran a marathon.
Yeah,
Because
the
you had a
whole group.
purpose. You knew
Yeah.
what you were doing
Yeah,
it
it
for.
helped.
It was
and
one of
that's
the
what got you
hardest
over it.
things I've
yeah,
ever
it didn't
done.
matter
Yeah.
what we knew. Like these, when you do these things, it's like, you know, they've been through like 100 times worse. Like
Yeah.
it's for them, and
Yeah.
for not just for them, it's for all the people who are like diagnosed now, like to help
Yeah.
everyone else.
And then
you
you
don't want
did-
anyone else to go.
You did
through
the
that.
charity walk, didn't you, as well?
Yeah, so that first one was 2024, and then this year now we did like a fundraising day to include everyone, all the non-runners.
Yeah.
Yes, I came to that one.
So
There
this
was a
was
lot more
like
people participating.
it was a fundraising day, so we had like raffle and games and stuff, so people could donate. And then Ella donated from the England team. You had all the team signed the shirt, didn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
One of your England tops.
Yeah.
So we had a Man United shirt as well. So everyone was bidding on that. So we raised a lot of money from those.
It was a really good day.
It
That
was
actually,
actually, yeah.
It was really nice, and you did really well with like the prizes and getting people involved. Like
Yeah, I had a
It was
lot of help
lovely.
with it as well.
Yeah.
It's hard doing it from another country.
Yeah,
But
I
it's so
know.
important that though now, like to really raise awareness. Like with Dad, I didn't really hear about prostate cancer. Like
No, you
I
don't
didn't
hear about
you don't
these
hear
things
about
till it
until it
in
affects
your
you, and
family.
now I can't not hear it. Like it's everywhere, and I think that's why I really want to push the awareness around it. And I know it's massive for Joe as well. He's obviously just ran 10K a day every day in October, so 31 days.
It's mad that
Um,
smashed it, though.
And he absolutely smashed it. And he said to me, like, I'm not bothered how much I raise. I want to just put it in people's faces that much that they go and get checked.
Yeah.
And I think what annoys me the most is, what if Dad would have got checked? Maybe we could have had him for longer, or maybe we could have found it, or stopped it, or whatever. But we didn't know about it. We didn't know. Now, I hope to God everyone who's heard about Dad or lost a friend in Dad has been and got checked.
yeah,
Because it's so important, and it's a massive killer in men. Like
Yeah.
it's huge, but we never knew that until it happened to us. So I think it's so important to keep raising awareness, doing as much as you can for the charities that are so close to our hearts. And then my auntie Tracy and Uncle Nigel did a massive golf day, which all the lads went to.
Yeah.
And they were all saying it was the best day ever. And
They
again,
loved
it was
it.
a reminder of all the people that loved him.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people in the pub afterwards and the amount of money that was raised and the people who played golf. It was just amazing. Like,
I know,
just
you're
like,
seeing all those people, like, you organise it, but you just hope everyone turns up.
yeah.
But there's so many people, and you just it's like seeing again, like, how loved they were, and
Yeah.
'cause everyone's doing it for them.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think the most important thing now for us is to keep raising that awareness and keep
Definitely
making
something
people
to
be
focus on.
checked. Yeah. And it's nice for us to have that focus as well. I know for Joe, like, he obviously really struggled when we lost Dad, but he felt like he had to be the one looking after us more than him being able to grieve. So I think that this month, the month of October that he did it, that was for him and Dad. You know what I mean? Like, and their relationship and the fact that he lost someone so close to him as well after quite a short period of time. But yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Like,
No, you should both be really proud of yourselves. So like, you carry yourselves in such like amazing way. I think that sometimes, like, not that we forget, but you do in a weird way, that you have been through so much because you are just so like well presented with it. Like,
Yeah.
you
You're
carry
well
yourselves so
composed.
well.
We don't feel like it sometimes.
No,
probably.
but
we
you
probably
do
don't see the
though.
dark days. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but you do always like both have like massive smiles on your faces, and
but that's because of the people that we've lost.
yeah,
Yeah.
That and how they would want us to be and
exactly.
enjoy. So
yeah, you're really good.
when I lost Dad, I remember saying to Joe, I am not getting married, I am not having a baby. I couldn't ever imagine doing those things without him. And I thought, what would he say if I just decided never to get married or never to have a baby?
Put your life on
Yeah,
hold.
he'd be like, what are
he'd
you
be
doing?
so mad.
Yeah.
And like with the football as well, like not enjoying the moments. I remember I scored a hat-trick at the Etihad and I could not stop crying. And I was just like, oh, I just want him here because he would have loved that.
Yeah.
Like, he always used to say, you'll score a hat-trick today, cock. I'd never scored against City before ever. But he always used to say I was going to score a hat-trick. And then I scored a hat-trick and I was just like, why is he not here?
Yeah,
like,
the
I
only
was
person
so
you wanna
upset.
tell.
And so obviously the wedding and the babies. And I thought, you know what? He's going to be there and he's going to want us to have the best day ever.
Yeah, he will.
And I know that there'll be certain things and he will be there. And we'll just have to enjoy it. And as much as it will be hard, we've got to make it enjoyable. And we obviously have the jewellery with the ashes in it and that on me all the time. You've got the necklace.
I've got the necklace.
I've got the ring. Like little things like that are so sentimental and that they'll always be with you no matter what. So yeah, I think we've just got to enjoy them big moments as much as they're going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's everyone knows like the hard moments are going to be extra hard because they're not there. But I think people forget about the positive moments. Like you said, when you scored, like everyone should think that you're happy, but that's what hurts the most because
they're not there.
They're missing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then it takes a bit of time. Like you can't be so harsh on yourself because you need to like get used to it. And I mean, we'll never get used to it, but I mean, like over time, you kind of realize like, yeah, they'd want you to be happy and you need to enjoy those moments because they won't want you wasting your life on being sad.
But I think it's so important as well to have those days where you have a cry.
Yeah,
and that.
of course.
Like, and I don't have them as often as I want to. Like, but sometimes I just, the day I'm having one, I'm having it. And I'm letting it out and it's coming out. Yeah. And I feel so much better for it afterwards because I'm like, oh, I miss him. Like, that's why I'm upset. And for me, like, doing things in football, winning games, scoring a goal. I scored on his 1 year anniversary. Like, what are the chances of that as well? Like,
everyone in the crowd was a bit like,
was balling.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I set myself off, scored, did a celebration, then I was in the huddle around the girls and I said, girls, don't move yet. I think I'm going to cry. And they were like, they just stood around me like that. And I thought, yeah, it's just those moments. And for me at football, what I struggled with really at the start is you lot being there and him not being with you because he was such a big presence in that box at Lee.
You always used to hear him shout.
It obviously killed me, him not being there for me and me playing without him. But just thought for all yous, like that must be so hard being there without
I
him.
dreaded walking into Lee Sports Village that first game because you just knew how empty it would feel.
Yeah.
Like in that room full of people, there was an emptiness because he wasn't there and he was like, you'd walk in and he'd shout.
Yeah.
The girls were there and probably be taking the mic and but that just wasn't. Then you didn't know how to approach anyone, like all your family, anyone, like you just didn't really know what to say.
It was hard for everyone, weren't it? And
it was like one of the first, like you always say, you girls have always said it, like the first.
I struggled with the first.
They're so hard.
You really notice the missing, but it takes time. You want to do the same things, but it's not the same.
Yeah, because
without them there, you've got to build new traditions.
At the start of every game, he used to shout,
"Oh my god,
come on, United!"
so
and
loud.
I didn't even need to look, and I knew it'd be in because I just
if you were sat in front of him though, you'd have mini heart attack.
Yeah, and I remember like my brother and my cousin and that were like, well, "Who's gonna say it now? Should we say it?"
Was it Ben?
I think Ben, my cousin, shouted it. I think his voice broke a little bit, and it weren't like Dad, but it just made everyone smile.
It was one of them like laughing cry moments. Like you were like tearing up, but you were laughing because it weren't the same, but you tried.
Yeah, and those are the things, aren't they? Like we have to just keep going. Like you just got to keep going, keep making them proud, and think about them every day. But it is nice as well knowing that they're together. Yeah. I think they are anyway.
Do you? You said they're in pub.
They're probably in pub, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I think for me, when it's the anniversaries or the first of things, I found more difficult in the build-up to rather than the actual day. I think I would just stress myself out building up into the day.
Yeah, you're like overthinking.
The one that did kill me was New Year's Eve. I couldn't bring myself to enjoy stepping into a year without him.
Yeah, I agree.
That killed me off.
That was really, really hard one.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Because it's like, how can they not be in this whole new year without you? Like, it feels like you're moving on without them.
We have to do another year again without them. Like, what?
No, but like they said with the lead up, it's like, for you, like a lot of dates are in September and a lot of dates to me around like April. And it's like, that whole month then you pretty much feel...
Yeah, that whole month's a bit of a write-off. Like, my birthday the 2nd, Dad's anniversary the 7th, Dad's birthday the 10th. Like, that whole month is just a bit of a just...
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. And there's just... And like I say, in grief, and what I've learned anyway, I don't know about you, is there's just no right or wrong way.
No.
Like, you've just got to do what you feel is best for you and how you think you're going to be able to deal with things. And I don't think... it will ever be better. I always say, like, how can I live my life to the full and be 100% happy when the main person isn't here?
Yeah.
I'll never be 100% happy, but I'll be happy in doing what I can do and knowing that he's there. Yeah.
You're just learning how to navigate it differently. That's all.
That could take forever.
Yeah.
But
and we know, like, people say that, isn't it? It's like it'll get easier, but I agree that I don't think it doesn't get easier, but you just
learn to deal with it.
You just learn, like, that every day you get used to it, and that feeling's always there. But you just learn, you get stronger to hold it. So it isn't, I don't know.
No.
Changes every day.
I don't know either. I'm actually feeling good today as well. So, but I think the most important thing as well is the people around you. Like, I'm so lucky that I've got a massive family, and it affected everyone so much. But we stuck together and we got through it, and got my friends. And I'm also lucky that I've got my teammates, like my teammates who were with me every single day, got me through it. And they probably don't even know how they did what they did, but they just were there. Yeah. And I think that's so important to speak out and have your people. And to lean on your people and don't fight things alone, because you can't.
Yeah. It's the fact that you can, like, share that with your team and that they're all there to support you. That's obviously a huge part of it, like playing football without your dad.
Yeah.
Because we don't understand that side of it. Like, they probably understand that side more than we do. So you can speak to us about stuff that's like outside, like family, that we can relate to. But the football side, like, obviously we're there for you and we try and give you our advice, but we've not got a clue. But the minute you go onto the pitch, we don't have a clue what
Morgan
you do.
just asked me, what did you ask me before?
Who won the Ballon d'Or?
Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or, by the way. Well, but anyway, I think that was a really nice episode, and I hope that by speaking about it, we've helped at least one listener navigate their way through a tough time and a hard time. So I think this time we'll cheers to Nick and Joanne.
Yeah.
Use cheers that side and we'll cheers to Nick and Joanne.
Nick.